Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Kash and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Kash's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we use is a little tug and release on his training collar. That is the second piece of equipment that we're using. He's going to come home with his very own training collar, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session tomorrow. Now, he is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash without dragging you or pulling you. And the command is Kash heel. At this point, Kash has a job to do, and that is to stay even with Rich's left leg when they're walking. And each time that Rich stops his feet, you're going to see that Kash has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So the command to walk is Kash heel, and then he sits when you stop walking. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, flat of your palm right up to his muzzle, and the one-word command to stay. The long sit stay, you're going to start out at about 30 seconds and work all the way up to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him back to where they started. So everything starts and stops at heel position, and they take off heeling again. He's a very, very smart little guy. He's done a fabulous job here at school. You're going to have written instruction that's going to go home with him, as well as your video and your lesson tomorrow. Nice sit and stay. And remember, your sit stays are helping to develop his self-control and his maturity. This time Rich is going to use his name and lighten his tone of voice, and he's going to call him. It's Kash, come. And Kash comes in and sits right in front of Rich, so that eliminates jumping all over you, which might be fine for you as an owner, but may not be fine if you have elderly parents or a guest over that maybe isn't fond of dogs jumping on them. We're trying to get in all of your commands. We're going to show you that come on command again, because with these little flat-faced dogs, they really feel the heat. Rich uses his name, calls him right in, has him sit, perfect. And then he goes back to heel and back sitting. If he doesn't sit, you'll see that little tug that Rich gave him, and he says, no, sit. Now the next exercises that we're going to be demonstrating for you are the down commands. And there are 2 of those, and they come in really handy in your everyday living situations. The first one is the down from heel position. So with your dog seated at your left, you take your left open palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down and stay. The long down stay, when you're practicing at home, you can start out at about 2 minutes and work all the way up to 5 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him just as he did on the sit stay as an additional distraction. When he gets back to Kash's shoulders, he has to tell him what he's going to do next or what's expected of him. And Rich tells him to heel. And he's going to show you that down from a heel position one more time. Now, you can't hear Rich probably very well, but that's why I'm narrating this for you, so that you can hear everything. And he told him again to down and stay. This time he's going to mix it up, and he's going to call him out of that down. Now, if he gets distracted, Rich is going to use his leash to get him to come right in and sit. He got distracted by a smell on the ground. He's not a machine, he's a puppy, so every once in a while he's gonna make a mistake, and that's okay. You don't lose your cool, you get him to continue to do it correctly. Now this time what we're gonna demonstrate is you're down from a distance. Rich is gonna leave him in a sit-stay. You're gonna turn to face your dog. You're gonna use your right hand to give the command. And he goes down from a distance, and he spreads out his little back feet, and I think that he probably would stay there for a long time. He likes the cool dirt on his belly, and he's gonna get all groomed and beautiful for you today. We have demonstrated for you all of Kash's formal obedience commands. He's done a really great job, and he's a really nice dog, Hector. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and Kash will see you tomorrow.